Hey everyone, I hope you're well. This is CoinsKid. Just going to dive into Bitcoin, bigger the CoinsKid crew. So I'm looking at some micro short opportunities across the board. I've looked at one in the XRP video. If you're looking for, trading, short, long, whatever, definitely check that video out and equally get involved in Discord. I'm going to start posting so many trade setups in there as and when I see them because I think, we've gone through the summer lull basically every single year. We have this sort of flat time. No one's trading. The volatility is low. It's just boring basically. And I think we're coming out at the end of that. And I think there's a lot more volatility in this market, and there's some big moves coming, in either direction, and we'll look to trade them. So there's some micro trades that are offering, beautiful little trade setups, long, short, whatever. So I'm finding them. And last week I was long, and this week I'm looking to go short. I'm just riding the waves with you. So I've posted one coin. If you want to check that out, do check out the XRP video right there. But looking at Bitcoin on the macro at the moment, on the daily, I will zoom in a moment to look at the micro trades if there are any. But on the daily, what we're doing here is just what we've done before, in typical cycles. We've got the pi cycle top just there, and then we broke down. Okay, we've got a pi cycle top just there, and then we broke down. So like I said to you many times, I think that what we've got in this particular cycle, something we've not done, is another pi cycle top, which may occur up here, possibly sometime next year. And it's just on cue with time, basically. So I've always tried to guess time. Lots of times got it right, lots of times get it wrong, and this is what happens in the space. One of the things that's really difficult about crypto, in my opinion, is timing the market. This is why I always say to you, timing the market. It's a famous saying, time in the market beats timing the market. So at the minute, I'm just going to give up the ghost and not try and time the market, because obviously, I've got this blow of top theory that I had quite wrong here, and I hold my hands up, because what I was looking at is basically, I was looking at this rejection anyway on this moving average. For anyone paying attention, it was part of my confidence of a macro correction. But what I was looking at is a drawdown to this orange line, then I'll get our ass above, creating, the last leg of this bull run here, like we got there and like we got there, So that still is my outlook. But, what we definitely want to see in the short term is for Bitcoin to start trading back above this orange line, this moving average, and then attack the green line, take it out, hold it as support. Boom, there's your parabolic stage just there, where where we will print the pi cycle top, which is what we do in every single cycle. So again, is this indicator broken? Is Bitcoin even going to do it in this cycle? Is it cooked? Who knows? No one's got a crystal ball, and no one can tell you with certainty. But one thing we are most definitely missing, we've got this huge correction just there, then the bull run. We've got this huge correction just there, and then the bull run. And one thing we're missing within this bull run, which is what we did there and what we did there, is the pi cycle top. So this is why, this indicator could be telling us, be a major warning shot to the perma bears and the people that are flipping bearish at these levels. That I'm finding some fantastic opportunities for yourselves. This is it. This is, the vertical that's in this chart start to come up, get rejected, resistance, breakout, parabolic stage. You're up there for Bitcoin. Absolutely not certain. No one's got any guarantees. Not got a crystal ball. If we break down, we form a massive bear market here, then, this indicator is wrong and we have to look at other things going forward, and that's what it is. But all I'm doing is respecting the data in the charts. Now, I did anticipate a correction at this moving average. Didn't quite anticipate that it would be for this long, to be honest with you. I did think we'd draw down and start to come back up and, break back above that moving average there, creating that parabolic price structure right there. So that is one thing we have to see. If we're looking for Bitcoin to break up, and go parabolic and print the pi cycle top, we have to see this moving average taken out. So currently that is a level of resistance that Bitcoin's finding itself under. That's 62,527. So until we start to see the break back above, we've not got any clues in the current price structure at the moment that, Bitcoin will actually do that. But what I think we're doing, really simply, just like this impulsive move, and then we went sideways, and obviously the anomaly of the corona dump right there, what we're doing is pretty much what we're doing here. We're going sideways, get our ass back above the orange line, and then break above the green line. So we've seen a first rejection in this bull market just there, just like that bull market just there for, Bitcoin. So it may be a case that what we're going through right now is just simply a correction like this. Okay, drawing back to where we came from, holding it for support, beautiful, and then we get our ass back above that green line, creating the parabolic, structure and the growth right there for Bitcoin. So I keep an eye on this as best I can, but so far this indicator is not necessarily broken. If anything, it's a clue that what we've not got in this cycle, which is what we get in every single cycle, is, the stage where we get back above this green line of the moving average. Basically, this indicator is called the pi cycle top indicator. You get into your charts, completely free indicator, P cycle, and it's pi cycle top indicator by Nin Origo. Have a look, play with it. You don't need to change anything. It goes back in time and it shows you, you enter your big correction. You're trending under the orange line, moving average, And once you get your asset back above, this is where you create the parabolic growth structure, you know, the price structure for Bitcoin, creating the pi cycle top indicator, which we've always seen every single impulsive wave top is printed the top. So this is part of my, you know, confluence of that fact that I do think that that was the top of the a run for Bitcoin, okay, where we entered that huge correction. If we take a look at Chainlink, you know, Chainlink came up there as well, came down in the A, came in the lower B, dropped in the C. Bitcoin equally did the same, A, B, but it made a bull trap high, okay, and I've already shown you reasons in the charts with the DXY, the confluence, that I think that that was a bull trap. We entered the C wave, this was the bottom, and right now we're looking impulsive here. We're looking at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for Bitcoin until we're not. So we may have a clue in this indicator that this particular bull market is not over until we start to print the pi cycle top for Bitcoin. So keep an eye on that. We need to see Bitcoin trading above 62527 to increase the probability that this has just been merely some kind of sideways consolidation, flag correction or whatever, and then we start to trend back above. Now if we do start to trend back above the moving average around about 62k, if we do start to take it out whole support, I would expect initial resistance on that moving average, and we'll look at that in time, okay? But it's only when you start to break that, wow, sit back, relax, wait for the pi cycle top, which is absolutely nailed every top, hasn't it, to a T, and it's missing within this bull market. That is simply just something that I'm just relaying to you. And then finally, if we take a look at the DXY, got the double bottom with bullish divergence right on the pinpoint top of the pi cycle top, and you know, the April May top, which I anticipate is the true top of an impulsive move. And then we've got the parabolic growth curve, and we've been breaking down ever since, and Bitcoin's been coming up ever since. So until I start to see, you know, bullish divergence, a true double bottom or structural bottom down there for the DXY, I still think we've got clues that we're looking at that for Bitcoin. Let's dive into Bitcoin on the hourly, see if we can see any trade setups, okay? So quickly before I do dive into the hourly time frame, see if we can see any setups today. There is an indicator that I've built called the Lifeline indicator. It is behind closed doors at the moment. I'm looking, you know, to get it out relatively soon, but it's an amazing indicator. For example, on the monthly time frame, we are still trending above this indicator. So technically, we're still bullish on the macro, on the monthly, which is a very important time frame. If we do start to trend below this indicator, then yeah, it's a warning shot that what we should be doing is just waiting until it flips red to buy back in. Really simple, okay? So you can clearly see just there when it flipped red, look at that beautiful entry point in 2022 June right there, flip red in 2018, look at that, and then flip red right on the money in March of 2020, and then boom, you know, you're coming back up. So what we're looking for right now, technically, if you look at it, it's really simple. We've had the 1 into the resistance of the Lifeline, came back in a 2, broke out in a 3. Okay, as anticipated, this 3 will break all this previous level of support that was resistance and make an all-time high. We're doing exactly what I thought we would do, and right now we're trending back in a wave 4 correction. So the count is really simple: 1 into a 2, into a 3, into a 4, holding support of the Lifeline, then we go again. But we most definitely want to see Bitcoin trading back above that daily resistance of that moving average on the pi cycle top to get really excited about this last leg, this final 5th wave to the upside here for Bitcoin. But again, if we do start to break down below the Lifeline, I will immediately alert you, and we'll be looking to just buy back when it flips red. Really simple. Let's dive into the hourly time frame right now to see what we can see for Bitcoin, okay? So take a look at Bitcoin off this low here. We do have a nice little count here for 5 waves. Let me show you, okay? So potential impulsive move, a 1 into the ribbon, then an ABC2 just there, then a big 3, then an ABC4 just there, then the final 5th wave which is coming up. So this might be the completion of 5 waves, okay? So this would offer a short opportunity. If we do see a bearish divergence, which we do, we've got lower highs on the RSI. So right now, if we do come back, we're looking to hold this low for Bitcoin, okay? So that could be the low, that pivot low just there for Bitcoin. And we've seen a nice little micro impulse here. A 1 into a flat 2, a 3 into a zigzag 4, and then 5, okay? So right now, if we do go again, I think we're getting a little bit exhausted here with the hourly bearish divergence that we're creating, okay? So, you know, it doesn't mean that Bitcoin's 100% bottomed or it's taken off in space or whatever, but I'm just looking to ride with waves with you. So I always look for 5 waves: 1, ABC2, 3, ABC4, 5. So we you know, increasing probability that we will see some kind of drawdown here, a pullback to this low, looking to hold it before we start to go again, you know, creating that lovely structural bottom right now. So, you know, this is a message that I relayed to you way back last week. I was building positions down there. I was buying Bitcoin and looking at some long ops on some of these altcoins that, you know, are going to move more than Bitcoin. Because please remember, this is the part of the market where, you know, you're going to get great appreciation in the altcoins. If I'm correct, and we've got this last leg to the upside, this is where your altcoins go absolutely vertical, not necessarily Bitcoin. So I'm looking at them setups. Some people get annoyed that I'm not just focusing on XRP and Bitcoin and so on and so forth, but I'm just looking for ways to make you money in this space. So we've got clues in the chart right here. Okay, so if I drop a horizontal line in at that level just there and one just there, you know, for those people who are familiar with this channel, we like to trade these. They're called God candle backtests, and we have clues in the charts that is exactly where Bitcoin might be looking for. Okay, so at the minute I'll remain in my spot positions. I will look for flips on these levels of resistance because we've got a God candle breakdown just there and one just there that we've not backtested the resistance. Now if we do in time come up in a 1, we've got a 2 and a 3, so on and so forth, we start to carve out some structural bottom down there, then you know, if we take these levels of resistance out in time and hold them as well, that is exactly where that moving average sits, around about 62k for the, you know, the pi cycle top indicator. So a lot of work to do for Bitcoin before it's confirming the bottom, but we do have a nice little micro impulsive move here as a potential scenario. 5 waves, 1 flat 2, 3 zigzag 4, and then final 5th wave here. So this increase in probability at this point of some kind of correction coming back, looking to hold this low from which we came. So if we do start to roll over here, I won't necessarily entertain a short at this moment, but if we do start to roll over here, then we can look at this level here, around about the 0.5 fib. Is there anything in the charts? We've backtested that, we've backtested that. By what I mean by saying when I backtested, we've got this level of resistance just there, and then we broke out backtested it. Okay, so I'm looking for clues in the charts just there when we may come back to in some kind of correction. So like I said to you, it's just patience with these markets, and especially Bitcoin. It's frustrating, you know, when we are creating bottoms, we always come back to it. Oh no, it's not a bottom, and then boom, it literally comes within a small percentage and then turns around. So the only thing I see in the charts here of a valid backtest at the moment, we've backtested that level of resistance. We've not necessarily got any God candle backtest other than on the 236 here, because what we've got is this level of resistance just there, broke out, and right now we might be coming back to it at a 236 at 57k before, you know, continuing to these levels. So, you know, I will entertain a short at these levels and possibly think about flipping some of my, you know, spot positions into them level of resistance. Why? Because simple God candle backtest just there in the chart. So this indicator is amazing. Just up here you can clearly see we've got the double top drop, we dropped below the ribbon, we've got the red sell signal. So again, you could have gone short at that point, stop loss pivot eye, and then boom, rode it all the way down, and then, you know, you take profit after the 5 waves. 1 2 3 4 5. This is where I was relaying to you last week, golden opportunity after the 5 waves down. You know, whether or not we're impulsive coming back up or, you know, retracing, whatever, it's just an opportunity to jump into some longs and make some money in this market. You know, riding the waves of this market is something I try and relay to you. But there is a possibility right now. We have seen a little micro impulsive move off this low, a 1 into a flat 2, a 3 into a zigzag 4, and then we're working on this 5th wave coming up. But this is increased the probability. This is where people feel like buying, but at the minute with the 5 wave move up, we should have some kind of correction. So I'm targeting the 236 at 57016. If it runs any deeper, we cannot lose the 1 fib. Okay, because if we lose a 1 fib, this is not your bottom, obviously. Hope you understand the update. Stay healthy, stay strong, stay tuned. Take care, everyone. Back to another update on Bitcoin. Bye bye.